Good evening. Article number 3 of the Constitution of India provides a procedure for the creation of a new state. In India, it is the Parliament of India that is permitted or entrusted with the responsibility for the formation of a new state. In India, a new state can be created either by bifurcating the existing state or by uniting two different states. But whenever we discuss about a new state, the first concept or the first issue that comes to our mind is the issue regarding the capital city. So basically, whenever a state is bifurcated, then obviously the residue state should also have a capital city. But basically, what will happen? There are no hard and fast rules. But basically, what will happen? The existing capital city will be made as a capital city for the parent state, and for the residue state, a new capital city will be created. But because it takes time for the creation of the new capital city, till the time the capital city is not formed for the residue state, the existing capital city will be made as a common capital city for both the states. Meaning, the same capital city will be acting as a common capital city for both the states. So, this is what exactly happens. But if you look at the year 1966, in the year 1966, Punjab, the state of Punjab was bifurcated to create a new state called Haryana. And if you look at the time, Chandigarh, which is a union territory now, it was the capital city for Punjab. But in the year 1966, by passing a legislation in the parliament, it was decided as by bifurcating Punjab, we will be creating a state called Haryana, and Chandigarh will be made a union territory, and Chandigarh will be the common capital for both Punjab and Haryana. It happened in the year 1966 and it holds good even today also. But after the recent elections in Punjab, after the new chief minister took over in Punjab, Punjab Assembly passed a resolution asking central government to transfer Chandigarh to Punjab permanently. Because, because Punjab chief minister and Punjab legislators, they have a demand that since Chandigarh was the capital city for Punjab, it should be made as the capital city for Punjab only, and whatever the concept you have union and territory with respect to Chandigarh, that should be removed and Haryana should have its own capital. So this is what is the demand that was made by Punjab Assembly, and a resolution has been passed and the resolution has been sent to the central government. Just because resolution has been passed and sent to the central government, it does not mean that Chandigarh may be made a capital city only for Punjab. It does not mean the Chandigarh status of union territory will be removed immediately, because larger discussion has to take place, because it is a common capital for both Punjab and also Haryana for quite a long period of time. And these type of issues are very, very important. Just because one state is demanding something, just because an assembly has passed a resolution, it does not mean that it will be accepted by the central government immediately. Definitely not. Right? So, but these are the issues that will be raised, and these will lead to certain new discussions. Regarding that, I have information and I am going to share that information with you. Kindly have a look at this. Look at this. The resolution, Punjab was reorganized through Punjab Reorganization Act in 1966, wherein the state of Punjab was reorganized into the state of Haryana, union territory of Chandigarh, and some parts of Punjab were given to then union territory of Himachal Pradesh. Please remember, Today, Himachal Pradesh is a state, but during the time, Himachal Pradesh was also a union territory. I'll just give you one more example. Goa. Goa is a state today, but earlier, before 1987, Goa was also one of the union territories in India. You please recollect all the points what we have discussed under article number 3 of the constitution. We have discussed very elaborately in our Indian polity classes. Now, let's go further, look at these points. So the argument from Punjab is that since then a balance was maintained, meaning since 1966 a balance was maintained in the administration of a common assets like Bakra Bias Management Board by the way of giving management positions in some proportion to the nominees of the state of Punjab and also the state of Haryana. Meaning, in this Bhakra Bias Management Board BBMB, a balance was made all these years. But now, through the recent actions, the central government is trying to upset this balance, and Punjab is not happy with the actions of the central government in this. Most recently, the central government has advertised the post of members of BBMS to officers of all states and central government, whereas these posts were traditionally filled up by the officers from Punjab and Haryana only. Traditionally means from the beginning only the officers from Punjab, only the officers from Haryana, they are being allocated in these particular positions. But now central government released a notification. Any officer from any state can be appointed as a member or officers in BBMB, and this is not liked by the state of Punjab. In the similar manner, when it comes to Chandigarh Union Territory, Chandigarh administration, it has always been managed by the officers of Punjab and Haryana with this ratio of 60:40. What is 60:40? 60 percentage is from Punjab and 40% will be from the Haryana. But however, recently the central government has posted outside officers. Outside officers means other than the states of Punjab and Haryana to Chandigarh and introduced central civil service rules for the employees of Chandigarh administration, which goes completely against the understanding in the past. So obviously Punjab is not happy now. Definitely the case is also with the Haryana. But in Haryana you have the BJP government, in Punjab you have AAP government. So obviously Aam Aadmi Party, which is this there in the government in Punjab today, it's raising its voice. But whereas in Haryana, because we have BJP government, because we have also BJP government at the central level, the Chief Minister of Haryana cannot raise his voice against his own government at the central level. And Chandigarh city was created as the capital city of Punjab. In all past precedents, whenever a state has been divided, the capital remains with the parent state. This is what is the argument of Punjab. So, Punjab therefore has been laying its claim for complete transfer of Chandigarh to Punjab, meaning Chandigarh will be made complete capital city only for Punjab. It should lose its union territory status, and let Haryana will have its own capital city. These are the demands that are made by Punjab Assembly by passing a resolution in Assembly very recently. And please remember, now you have a new government in Punjab, and that is headed by Aam Aadmi Party. Very important one. So whenever a new political party comes to the power, it will have its own issues, and they will try to raise these issues, and they will try to get the things done. But kindly remember, whatever may be the political party that is there in the power, every political party will strive for the benefits of the people of its own state. This is what you need to follow very, very clearly. All these days, it was not an issue, but all of a sudden, it has been made a issue. And how the central government will be responding to this, we need to know this very closely. Watch this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next session.